Hello, it is shortly after 11 and time for the news. Wait, this isn't that kind of channel? Oh, whoops. Anyways, hello everybody. It is time for a match against FizzyStardust. And, this is a special match because it is my commemoration for my 6th year of after having joined YouTube, which I joined back when I was 14 in 2006 on March 4th. I wanted to get this up today because today is the day and I don't want to miss out on the 6th year anniversary thing, but whatever. Um, we decided to do a rotation roulette because we haven't seen too many of those going around. I mean, there was plenty of other things we could have done, but whatever, it's going to start like this. He's got a Heracross, which immediately threatens everything on my team, and I decided to go out to Meloetta, who you saw in the previous match, or at least the match before that, I can't remember which exactly. Whatever the one I had my as a zombie theme team in, and I'm going to go for the Relic Song, and I'm going to get the Sleep Hacks, which is just 20% chance is low, but it's happened to me like one out of every 5 battles or so I guess that's about right. Now his Mesprit's asleep, which is okay, and now that I'm now lacking my psychic typing, Heracross isn't as threatening, at least at full health. But he's going to get a Reflect up, and I'm just like, great, Reflect. If I needed to see myself, I would have brought a mirror, but it looks like it's going to just be this thing. So I'm going to go for the return to see if it would be stronger, or like possibly him going into Heracross would do more to that, but he's going to yawn me. And since I'm already at the point where I'm at 3/4 or so of my health, and I don't really want to risk the sleeping, and I don't want it to come bite me later, I want to go out to Clam Mind as he mementos, and I'm just like, that's not good at all. Even though this is a nasty plot Slow King, it's still not good because of the memento dropping it, and now I'm not going to be able to do nearly as much damage as I would like to do. So I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to Pavlov, and I'm going to go for the Scald. And he switches to Heracross, and I'm like, oh god. He goes for the bulk up, and I'm just like, oh god, don't burn, don't burn, don't burn, don't burn, and it doesn't. So, thinking don't burn your mind seems to help when you don't want to burn something, but I wouldn't rely on it. So now I am going to make a really risky play here if things seem like they went correctly later, because with the live recording on rotation battle, you can kind of tell what's making what move. So I go for the Overheat, and that almost takes out the Mesprit, which is good because he didn't go to a Chandelure and get the Flash Fire boost. And had he gotten the Flash Fire boost, that would just be another threat to my team. So now I'm going to go to Vaporeon again and go for the Scald, predicting his Chandelure to come back in case I wanted to go for the Flare Blitz, but he decides to bring out his Heracross again, and thankfully he doesn't get the burn again, even though he was hoping for it. I wasn't hoping for it because that Heracross, after my Infernape is gone, can completely wreck my team, but Chandelure is stopping my Infernape from getting a whole lot done here. So I'm going to go for the Ice Beam, just not wanting to risk the Scald burn, but he's just going to fodder out his Mesprit. And now I think he's going to go out to his Scizor. I can't remember. No, Imbor. That rhymed. So Imbor comes out, and I'm not really afraid of it at all. I'm just going to stay in here and go for the Scald again, but he's going to Mega Horn and take me out, which is not good because Vaporeon would have been nice to have. Because Vaporeon and Slowking, I had to have either one of them to help hopefully take out the Chandelure. But anyway, I'm going to go out to my Meloetta now. And I'm not going to go for the Relic Slong because that seems very obvious, and he's probably going to go to a Chandelure. So I think I'm going to go to Clam Mind and go for the Nasty Plot for no reason, just to see what he wants to do and get myself back up to neutral. But, I mean, it would be nice to be at +2, and I don't really want to take the hit, so I'm going to go out to my Blissey. And he's going to Shadow Ball, and it's going to do nothing, thankfully. I kind of find it odd that he went for that because a lot of my team is immune to it, so, but I guess I can't really blame him. It's the most reliable stab he has to go for. Now I'm going to go out to Haruna, not even bother with Relic Song, and just go for the Shadow Claw. Thankfully, since Chandelure is paper-thin defenses, and it's just a Chandelier, I mean, a Chandelier can't do a whole lot to protect itself. It's got that chain, and as soon as you cut the chain, it's going to come crashing down and break open. So now I'm going to predict his Imbor, and he goes for the Superpower. And I'm like, okay, thankfully I lived that, and I get the close combat off. And that's going to take out Embor, because his Embor is scarfed, because I can tell because it's with my Infernape. But I don't exactly know what kind of build it was. I know Embor is rather bulky, so for that to have taken it out, it must not have had a whole lot of bulk to it. At least that's what I'm guessing. So I'm going to bring out Arl now. And I've got 3 normal types out, so basically Shadow Ball is useless with his Chandelure completely. So he brings out his Scizor now, and I think these are his last 3 guys. I can't remember. I'm going to protect to see what he wants to do. Thankfully, he doesn't go for the bulk up. And the thing about my team is I got like 3 Wish Protect users, which is awful, but at the same time it can also be good because you can get that Wish up in the air. So since he doesn't have close combat, he's not going to be able to take out my Arl, and, well, of course if he has close combat, it's kind of counterproductive because he has bulk up. But thankfully I live the low kick, because Arl eats a very, very low-fat diet and doesn't gain a whole lot of weight, and also doesn't work out because muscle weighs more than fat. And Arl's just going to sit in here and take the Fire Blast and die. But Arl got that very, very crucial Paralyze on Heracross, thankfully. Now, when I got to Clam Mind, who's my last out of my 6 guys, and I'm going to go for the Shadow Ball. In case he wanted to stay in, he gets Paralyzed, which is big, because he would have been able to take me out with the Mega Horn, unquestionably. Especially with the Guts boost. But, it's not too bad, because Heracross is a big threat, so, I mean, it's just... So I'm going to go out to Blissey now, as I rotate to it, and I'm going to go for the Fire Blast, predicting him to not go to Chandelure, and he's going to have his Scizor get taken out, so... He's down to his last 2 guys, and I've got my 3 guys up. And this is looking good for me, but his Heracross is still a huge threat. It can still OHKO every single one of my pokes that I have left. He's going to go to his Chandelure and go for the Fire Blast now. I guess it does a huge chunk, but I guess he was expecting me to go to my Haruna. But it doesn't matter because Chandelure is like a bit of a beast with that whole special attack stat he has. I'm going to Wish now and get up Wish in the air. So if I want to switch to something else that can get full health, and I'm thinking here, okay, I'm going to go to my Clam Mind and go for the either Scald. I think I go for Scald. It's either Scald or something. No, I'll go for Nasty Plot because I wanted to get my special attack up so I could easily OHKO this thing without having to worry and get my Wish up. Thankfully, he didn't go for the Mega Horn there, or if he did, I don't know how I lived it. I wasn't paying attention entirely to what the screen said, what he went for. He's going to Shadow Ball, despite the fact that I have 2 normal types in the wings, but he doesn't kill me off, and without a sub, I have nothing to fear with a Chandelure anymore, because unless he goes for sub again, which I don't think he can because he doesn't have 25% left, it doesn't look like anyway. So, I'm not afraid of him killing off my Slowking at this point. So I'm going to go out to Haruna and just outspeed his Chandelure and get rid of it, because I still could use Clam Mind to take out Heracross thanks to the low accuracy of Fire Blast, and I know Seismic Toss probably isn't going to work out too well. So I'm going to go for the Relic Song just in case Mega Horn didn't kill me, thanks to the resistance that I have with being Fighting type, but it's not going to play out in my favor. But now he's at a low enough number that I know that my Slowking can beat him because of the +2. So that was a really good match with FizzyStardust. That's the first time I battled him, and it was a great match. It was very fun. We both enjoyed it. And I'm glad that this was my match for my 6th year on YouTube. I was going to do something more special with it, but honestly, my creative juices ran out a long time ago with Pokemon, because pretty much everything has been done so far in this generation that can be done. I mean, there's just not as many things that people play anymore. It's like just about everybody does grab bags, so that's kind of like okay, but I mean, rotation roulettes are something that you never hardly see anymore, and they were pretty popular when 5th gen started, but whatever. That was fun. I can't guarantee that I'll be here for another 6 years, because I'm probably not going to be playing this game competitively anymore by then, and probably not be playing it at all, because, I don't know, it depends. Who knows? We'll never know until time gets there. So hopefully a few more good years out of Pokemon narrations with me, and hopefully things will get good, and I'm still surprised that 6 years ago I created this account and it's still standing, even though I only started uploading Pokemon 3 years ago. But whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do, right?